Some mornings I wake up and everything looks just as it did the day before. A silent house, sunlight on my coffee table, the comfort of routine, familiar, but it can start to feel like walls. For years I let those walls grow higher. Disappointment with the world, not wanting to share my struggles, afraid to show weakness, even to my closest friends. So I kept it to myself, hoping it was safer that way. Today, as I opened my diary, I wrote a line from Jesus. Whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. John 4:14. I closed the page as if to keep that promise safe and wondered, what would it mean to actually let something new in? Today, I choose to open the door. I gather flowers from the garden, strawberries for a sweet touch, cups for an extra hand at the table. There's a gentle nervousness in preparing for someone. The memory of what it feels like to welcome not just others, but hope, change, even faith. I lay everything out with care, and then there's nothing to do but wait. Looking out the window, I remember how long I've spent on the inside, looking out, wondering if anyone would ever truly arrive, or if I would ever open up again. Not so long ago, I realized I'd been keeping my faith and my questions quiet and tucked away, afraid to bother anyone with my struggles. But these days, I feel something new stirring. Maybe sharing the everyday lessons I learned from Jesus and the Bible could be the smallest open window, a way to let hope and maybe someone else in. That's why I started making these videos. Not because I have all the answers, but because change begins when we risk letting someone new sit at our table, even just for a moment. A last look in the mirror, a brush through my hair, a dab of perfume, not for anyone special, except maybe for myself and for this moment of becoming new. I'm learning that change doesn't storm in. It asks for a crack of courage. It looks a lot like preparing for a guest. And then I opened the door. Maybe you didn't know it, but the guest I was preparing for is you. Change begins when we let something new in. Today, that newness is you, here at my table. Thank you for coming, and you're always welcome.